Hello and welcome to my Vault 88 tour video of Videoness. I've been meaning to do some of these for some of my settlements for a while, but yeah, I have been rather slack in the Slacksville of slackness. So yeah, you're getting one today. In fact, you might even get two today because I'm also considering doing a tour of my main base, which is Sanctuary. I might do a little bit in Spectacle Island, but it's just a companion base really. It's fairly simple. But as this came out and I've been enjoying some of the new vault pieces, which have been really cool to play around with. Bit of a... God, it kind of blew my mind to start with, to be honest, some of the pieces, but we got the end in the end, and I've done quite a lot of work. There's still a little bit more that I want to do, so I will be doing a little bit more. But I thought I'd give you a bit of a idea of what I've been doing so far. So it starts here, some of the bits. So we've got a couple of fairly light defences, a security desk with a guard and stuff. Couple of laser turrets for a bit of defence. I set up some power down here and ran a simple line simply because I didn't want to mess around too much with the power elsewhere and have too many lines. Some random boxes and bits and bobs like that. Down here I haven't really done anything with the default room down here, except the only thing is that the beacon's on. I haven't removed this power. I've just left that in here. I haven't really done anything with this. Most of the stuff that I've done is actually in the vault I've created rather than this pre-built one out here. So if we move down here, the only other bit that I've done in the kind of pre-built stuff is this security room where I've just done a couple of little things. Nothing too dramatic. I will be leaving a link to the mods that I use and things like that if you're interested. I'll put that in the description, so you'll get a list of the mods that I use, and so if there's something in here that catches your eye, you'll be able to just pick it out from that list. So a very simple security room there. But hello. This is where the proper vault building begins. Everything through this doorway I built, as anyone who has the DLC knows. Now I'll take you through each bit of this. It's quite large, but I will do my best to be fairly thorough to explain what I've done and how I've done it. So the first thing that I've got underneath this platform is just a very basic general goods vendor. I keep my vault suits and pit boys in that trunk there, just so a new settler comes I can put a uniform on them, and if they can have a pit boy I give them a pit boy. So fairly nice, fairly basic little store looking place there. Oh. Well, how can I hear her voice but I can't see her? There is a robot that serves there, but she appears to be invisible. Okay. So on top of just above the door here, we've got a platform, and I've got some fairly simple desks with a little bit of clutter. Just a little bit of clutter there to make it look a little bit lived in. And then we've got a little bit of a viewing window here, so you can see the area that you're actually building inside. It's fairly tall, fairly wide. All of this up here is a crafting area, so there's an armor bench there, you know, some various bits and bobs, weapons benches, armor crafting benches, a chem lab. A little bit of clutter on this table, just to make it look a bit workshoppy in here. So yep. And then up here, word up Duke. I'll put him under here as a guard here. Oh bless him. Hello my little friend. Hear me. So here we have the Overseer's office, which was one of the first things that I built, which is why it's up here on a separate level, kind of built into the top rather than a pod, a bit like that. So we've got a couple of nice little bits in here. I wanted a fairly clean look in here, fairly corporate looking.
There's so much ahead to discover.
So we've got a little bit of a meeting area here with some fruit and some, some tea and stuff. A little bit of clutter and decoration to make it look a bit officey. A nice display case with the Pridwin in it. Filing cabinets, of course. Oh, she's not here, the overseer, but never mind. This is her desk. They've got kind of a fairly nice looking kind of corporate look area. A couple of viewing windows down into the hydroponics area, a meeting table. So we've got, yeah, you can probably see the look that I'm going for. It's fairly clean. A little bit of light clutter, but nothing too dramatic. Some nice pictures on the wall, that kind of thing. And then out here we've got some a little bit of exercise, a little bit of weights and abdominal halls, or vault halls, which is lovely. Hooray! Oh my god, I would definitely throw up if that was me. Rod up! A little bit of a vault boy here. So, and then we've got the hydroponics wing here, which is obviously where I've got quite a lot of things growing. It's supporting a reasonable number of people at the moment. It's only about 11 or 12, but there's enough here for like a full settlement. Now this bit that you probably notice in the middle, this is a reactor in here that I've just put a couple of green lights inside just because it was a bit dark in there, even though it's got blue lights on it. I just made it a little bit more reactory. There's no access into there, so it's just, a room just to kind of make it look a little different. And then over here we've got a weapons bench, nothing too amazing with this. And then a little bit of a reclining area for people to have some Vim and Nuka-Cola. And then the second thing that I built, like to get used to the pieces really, was this cafeteria. I wanted it to kind of not be full height of the atrium. So you can see the atrium, has two levels. One is this level here, and the other one is that one right up there. But I kind of wanted it to sit a bit like a pod, like a constructed unit as it's used in some of these pieces. So in here we've got quite a lot of detail in here. This is the main cafe bar area. So in the evening my settlers will come and hang out in here, and I will give you a bit of a closer look at this as well. I decided to go with a slightly dirtier looking furniture in here because I was imagining that it would be fairly well used and a little bit run down. So we've got one of the new machines here from the Vault-Tec workshop, and then a couple of things from some of the mods to add some clutter, and some cookers and some baskets of booze, because of course everyone keeps their booze in a basket. Well, I suppose you do until you buy it, you know what I mean? Cooker, some other bits and bobs, little box of goodies there, some salt and pepper and stuff, and a chopping board over here, some other bits and bobs. I must admit, the one thing that I really love about this DLC is the power management. Being able to put these conduits on the wall and it just feeds it from wherever the power source is, rather than having to run loads and loads and loads of lines through this place, is an absolute godsend. I mean, there are a couple of things a bit like this thing here that need to be connected, but there's very few things light-wise or anything else-wise that you actually need to connect. And they're so cool, rather than having to run loads of wires everywhere. So I've got a couple of one-arm bandit machines here. These, in case you don't know, you can sit down at these things and it will give you a luck boost. Like there's a strength boost and agility boost and perception boost that you can get from some of the new items. Lovely little vault girl in the corner, and I'll run down this bit. So this is a rather long tunnel here, but it leads us to a couple of cool places. And the first one is the residential area. Now, I didn't want to have like a whole bunch of residential areas, so I ended up just building one big dormitory. And I used the bedroom modules to make this, so you can see that there's like a couple of exercise bikes out. A little desk in the corner here with, you know, some clutter on the table and stuff. So everybody sleeps in here, or almost everybody, I believe, apart from the two guys the three guys that are in the security room, because I didn't want them going too far away. Don't wake up. I'm just showing everybody your house. Don't worry. Sleep well. So yeah, we've got a little bit of clutter around here, some crates and some bits and bobs on the side. A little bit of a chill out table here with some bottle cap checkers going on. I do love these flags from one of the mods that I've got. They do add so much character, and I'm using one particular mod at the moment. It's a radio mod called Atomic Radio, and if you don't have it, you should really check it out because it's hilarious. I mean, the music's pretty good that's on it, you know, very in keeping, but the ads that they do on there, and particularly Grognak, the way they've depicted Grognak is absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't heard of that, go and get that because it's a lot of fun. But there you go, there's the residence. And now we have the clinic, which obviously, as you might expect, is very medically. So there's very medical related things in here. This is the new machine that gives you the perception boost. And we've got a bit of a doctor's chair and table here with, like, you would sit here, tell them about your latest rash. So yeah, we've got a bit of clutter here. And a little bit more over here. I put a little plaque up on the wall to prove he's a doctor, of course. And then a bit of light clutter over here, some test tubes and some other bits and bobs. And we've got the barber's chair and the surgery chair there as well. Now out here, I haven't done a thing yet. I'm not sure what to do out here just yet. This is for another time. And through here is an area that's leading out. What the hello. Basically, I am thinking about moving into this area because it's pretty massive. And that bit leads back to the back area of somewhere else. But so at the moment, I mean, there's so much that's in my vault. I'm not really sure if I'm going to extend into there, but I put that door as a kind of a reminder that I hadn't necessarily finished. So, but this is the lion's share of the build right here, you know, at least the start of the build. So I'll show you the other bit that I've done before we finish up. Right, so I've got a another bit that's out here. So you can see, actually, if I come down here, you can see the size of the place. So I do have options to, you know, put in another corridor and go above this whole area and build above the atrium if I choose to. It's pretty big. I did decide to put this on here mostly for the view through those windows. But you can see that, you know, what I've built so far takes up a fairly large proportion of this place, but certainly not as high as it could go. But I didn't want to just build high for the sake of building high. Anyway, so I'm thinking about leaving just that back door as it is and not really doing anything down here, because I quite like the fact that it's these rails in particular. You know, it's fairly cool. I might do something, but at the moment I've got this thing down here which is a kind of maintenance area, and as you can see, I had a little bit of local trouble at some point. And this is not really, I've not really done anything in here decorations wise or anything, but just for the time being I have put some light defences up, just because I assume there would be some stuff that, my god, that corpse does not want to despawn. So yeah, we've got a little bit of light defences here. I say light defences, there's quite a lot of defences here for if stuff decides to come out. So there you go, that's really all I've done for Vault 88 so far. Quite a lot of detail in the main portion of the base. It's fairly early on when it comes to the actual settlers coming, but you know, so far I've had some fun playing with the pieces. Particularly the doors took a little while to get working. Once I understood that you effectively have an end piece for a corridor, say, and then an end piece effectively for the next bit you're going to build, and once you put them together you can put a door in there and it won't mess with it too much, so that seemed to work quite well. So there we go, that's what I've been doing so far. Why are you so excited? It's only me! What the hell? Listen, what kind of guard are you if you're going to shoot the person that built the vault, you fool? Hear me. Stupid guard. So there you go. That is Vault 88 as it stands so far. Now I may well be doing a video of Sanctuary, which is my main base, where there's quite a lot of detail and very random bits and bobs in there as well. I might do that fairly soon, so if you want to have a look at that, check my channel or something like that, or I might even put a shortcut link to it or something somewhere on this video or something like that. But for now, my friends, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I shall see you again soon. Goodbye.